All right, folks, what the hell is going on? Got me some tea, and I got somewhat of a decent topic for my video, and we're gonna see how it goes here. Now that I'm thinking about it, my computer's sitting right here. I never use this thing while I'm like, talking about shit. I can have the information just right here on my computer screen. It's just silly shit that you don't really think about at the time. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, would I be forgetting what I be talking about? Especially shit that's on Facebook. I can pull up Facebook. I mean, I won't hardly be able to read it, but it'll be there. But anyway, take a sip of my old tea. Oh, it's hot. Oh, the tea bag is old, but the tea itself, this cup is fresh as fuck. It's hot. Today's topic. I was in Facebook group today and I saw somebody posted something that had a question. How does a man reach 50 years old without ever having a spouse or wife or whatever the hell, And quickest answer ever: you don't need one. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You want to know? You want to know that goddamn question? You don't need one. That's how the man made it to 50 years old without a wife. It's just that simple. You don't need one. That's not to say he didn't want one, but it's just, you don't need one. You don't need a husband or a wife at all. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? People are so tied up in these labels, man. And I'm gonna put it right out there in front of you, just like this. I don't think shit is necessary. I don't necessarily believe in it. Not that I don't say I don't believe in marriage. What the fuck is marriage? I don't know who the fuck marriage is. Marriage as a concept. You know what I'm saying? But for the way my brain works and the way my life philosophy goes, that's between you and whoever. I don't see myself getting into a legal relationship with somebody and having to involve a whole bunch of other goddamn people in your relationship, in your finances. That ain't got shit to do with y'all. And if shit goes sour, which it's a good chance that it can, you gotta sue a motherfucker to break up with them. And depending on how established you are, hopefully you don't, end up digging yourself a big ass financial ass fucking hole. I don't see the upside, because all that upside can be done without that title. You can have somebody. I know motherfuckers doing this shit right now in their 60s. You know what I'm saying? And been together 20 plus years. The fuck you need? What you need with that certificate? What you need with that other shit? All that other shit could be done just fucking fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't out here worried about what other people think. That's the fucking problem. Folks out here thinking this shit with if anytime you watching a movie or you hear some other people talk about it, and kids come up and they say kids out of wedlock. I don't know what wedlock is, because there was no lock and wed involved in it. It's a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? I guess I was born out of the wedlock, and there was no wed involved in my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? It just was not. I don't know what a wed and a lock come on, because there was no lock there. There was some locking going on somewhere, but it damn sure wasn't no wed, so I don't understand that term. It sounds stupid. Because people be like, out of wedlock. He was born out of wedlock. Because It's it's that fucking shit they put in your fucking head. They keep sticking in your goddamn head. And folks be so worried about what you think. What you think about this? What you think about that? What you think about this? Who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying? People want to get married. It ain't because of the marriage, it's because of what other people think and what's been instilled in their head of what marriage is supposed to be. And you can have all of that without all the headache. Now you want to be stuck with somebody, you get married with somebody, and now you feel obligated. It ain't like it was at first. You know what I'm saying? Now you feel obligated. Like I said, I'm fully aware that everybody's shit is different. But people get married, and especially for those that get married and they not completely a match. You know what I'm saying? They not completely a match. They didn't do all the work before they hopped in a relationship, or they didn't have a full relationship before they got married. You have a full relationship before you got married, you liable not to get married at all. You know what I'm saying? You might get married later on just as a symbolic gesture. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't even go through that. They get it, oh man, let's get married, blah 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 blah. Meaning next thing you know, you got all kind of stupid shit going on. Now you stuck with a motherfucker until you can afford to break up with them. When beforehand, if you break up with somebody, y'all part ways. Y'all just part the fuck ways. You don't need no prenups, no none of that shit. You just go. It's like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can have the life, the marriage life, all you want. You can have the marriage life without being married. You just can. Somebody come up to me and start talking about marriage and whatnot. If I actually really like them like that, that's gonna be some shit. You can kick that can down the road a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Well, if I meet somebody that I like and they really talking about marriage like real early on, I probably won't like them no more. I was like, something wrong with you. You talking about marriage? Yeah, our psyches ain't gonna match. I can tell you that right now. Our psyches ain't gonna fucking match. Because I'm one of those people. If I'm gonna get married, it's gonna be with a motherfucker I've been known for quite some time. Like by the time I married motherfucker, it would have, like if I was to marry somebody, like for real, I'm not even joking. If I was to marry somebody, it would have been somebody that I probably would have met like 20 years ago. I'm not even lying. Cause you know what? Those people, I fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Those people I know. I would trust that process with most of those folks. Now I don't know a lot of those folks on that intimate type of level, but if I was gonna do it, it would be like one of those people. Anybody under that, anybody under a couple of years, I'm like, I'm not sure I've seen all of you. Everybody else I done seen, I done seen the full blossom. I done seen the full spectrum, the whole rainbow. I done seen at least most of it, 80%, it's always shit people keep to their goddamn self. I definitely keep shit to myself. People say they know me 100%. You a goddamn lie. I know you a goddamn lie. I know you. No, you don't. You know what I've shown you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I've shown you, and it ain't no guarantee that that's gonna be 100% accurate shit. That's just how the fuck it is. But yeah, man, you don't need that. You don't necessarily need that. You don't. You fuck around and get pregnant, and Motherfuckers be like, well, if you get married, and I suggested that. I had a girlfriend that got pregnant, and and she ended up having a miscarriage or whatnot. At least that's, as far as I know, that's what happened. And we had some shit going back and forth, and I suggested, get married and all this other shit. I was a little younger back then. You know what I'm saying? I was a little younger back then, and blah, 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 blah. I've never been in a relationship with the intent on scooting. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anytime I've been in a relationship, except for one, and that was in fucking high school, where I knew I was out of that motherfucker by the time I got in. But like I said, I was 18, maybe 19 years old. I had a girlfriend before then, way before then. But it'd been nice to know how that was gonna turn out. But that was one of them things where you end up going to different schools right out of I was like sixth grade or some shit like that. We had been together not that long, some months before that shit got separated. Still ain't seen much of her to this day. I might have seen that woman once since then. And I mean, she used to live like right over there, like where I'm sitting right now in my room. There's a big highway right there. I'm gonna show y'all. It's a highway right here. Y'all see them cars going by? Yeah, she lived like right on the opposite side of that freeway there. You know what I'm saying? Right on the opposite side of that highway. Damn, I ain't gonna be able to get my phone back like it was. God damn it, I knew it was gonna happen. Typical. Get off of the envelope. Just get off the envelope. I got a box sitting on top of an envelope and it ain't. See, that's what I get fucking playing show and tell. God damn it. I hope that happened. I hope my phone don't fall over. And it's hot in here too. I had to turn my AC off. And I got a fucking hoodie on. I had a hoodie on because it was freezing up in this motherfucker. I just turned the AC off a couple minutes ago. Now I'm in here sweating, drinking some hot ass tea. Yeah, but I never been in a relationship, thinking about the way out until I was out. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, these days I stay in shit too long before I'm like, okay, this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit. If by the time I'm up and I'm gone, that means some shit been wrong a long ass time ago. And it's usually some shit that you can't change who people are. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be who they gonna be. And they gonna be who they gonna be with. And the folks, like all them folks, they in fine relationships or whatever they doing now. Some married and all this other kind of stuff, and they fine where they at. But I'm pretty sure that whoever they with now wasn't dealing with shit I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of that kind of shit. So. Yeah, but I never been in a relationship thinking that it's time to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of it, thinking, it's always, if I was in it, my intent was always to be in it, not to be out of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't go into a situation planning your way out, which is something that you have to do if you get married. You have to. In a regular relationship, you go in and blah, 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 but you go into a marriage, you have to go in a marriage with a contingency plan of what's going on if the shit don't work. I don't, that's a business agreement, man. That's not you got to sign contracts and shit. I'm just like this, I don't need to be sitting at a table with some lawyers and shit. Like, no, I don't. Or you can go and go get just go to the courthouse and, whatever procedure that happens and blah, blah, blah. And then when it comes time to break up, You didn't do all that bullshit in the beginning. Now you got a bunch of bullshit you got to do at the end. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who the fuck, cause you know, you get with a motherfucker that, you know, just trying to get the fuck away from you, either side, you know what I'm saying? Just, they don't want shit from you, they just want this shit over, and it's like, boom. You like it. You like it. But if anybody got anything, don't usually work like that. And if you do, and if it does, it's because, you know, you have to agree for it to work like that, because you ought to know, they always, you know, the man always end up doing this, that, and the other, but it ain't the man. It's the motherfucker who got the most. You know what I'm saying? That community state shit. That we, you know, we live in one of those. So if you the woman and you got all the goddamn money, you get goddamn divorced or whatever, you know, you know, it's just like, what? I'm getting away from this motherfucker. I gotta pay him. And you know, and that ain't just the, you know, man and woman, man thing. That's just, to me, that's just baffling. I'm like, we broke up. Why? I'm getting away from this motherfucker and I'm stuck, obligated to them. The whole point was to be unobligated to a motherfucker, and you still obligated to a motherfucker. Like I said, all that depends on the specifics. But in general, if you don't cover your ass, that's what happens when you have other people involved in your relationship, like the fucking government. Why? Only thing is, the only thing that ain't really got nothing to do with marriage is this whole baby shit, where you just can't have motherfuckers out here just impregnating all kind of people, having kids all over the place, and not be accountable for that shit. That's the only kind of way where I'm like, okay, the government got to come in and be like, nah, bro, you can't be doing this shit. You got all this shit going on, you got to pay for it. Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because motherfuckers is stupid. Motherfuckers, people, dudes will have, and women too, you know, but dudes will come out here and they will get everybody pregnant. They will get everybody pregnant. Hell, they probably have a couple of homeboys that done got pregnant. You just can't trust niggas these days. Shit. And that's you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't need it. It's as simple as that. Why? How? I don't know if I forgot the fucking the words, but how can a man get to 50 years old without ever having a wife? Or it's as simple as that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You don't need one. You don't need one. All that shit, you know what I'm saying, that you want to do and all this other stuff. You got somebody, if y'all got each other back, y'all can do that. If motherfucker flip the script on you or some shit like that, motherfucking piece the fuck out. You know? Motherfucking can piece the fuck out. Bye. You ain't got shit else. You ain't got nothing else to deal with. No, none of that shit. You free. You can have you abroad the next fucking day. And literally, I broke up with my girlfriend back in 2019, that was longer than 2000 something. 2009. You know, right before, it was like a week before fucking, the week before Thanksgiving. That Sunday before Thanksgiving is when I ended up breaking up with my ex that year. I think it was 2009. I met my next girlfriend the next day. I mean, we went together the next day, but that I wasn't even trying to. You know what I'm saying? I literally, I wasn't even trying to go out and meet nobody. That shit fell right in my lap. It didn't last long, but still, it could happen. Like I said, you know, shit can happen. Whew. But that's it on that question there. I can't think of nothing else to put in there. I done said every goddamn thing. So yeah, how can a man get to 50? I'm 47. I ain't never been married. I'll be 48 in October. It is July now. I don't see myself getting married in between now and then. Be 48. Still have a couple more years to go before I hit 50. And the way my dating life been going the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years, hey, I don't see shit. I don't think I'll have to worry about that marriage thing coming up. I mean, it might come up. You know, I'm steadily kind of out passively in the dating game. I run across people that might bring up marriage, and you know what? They gonna get a whole mouthful of what the fuck I just said in this video, and they gonna be out the fucking door. You know, like shit. And most of the motherfuckers I run across are older than me, so they already in their 50s. Get married. What? You 50-something years old, you steady talking about getting married. How about just having a nice relationship, stress-free, without all that extra shit now? You know what I'm saying? How about that? You steady trying to fuck your life up. Oh man. You steady trying to fuck your goddamn life up. And that's what happened. All these people, they keep getting, they got this romanticized shit in their head. And like I said, I'm a pessimist and cynic and all that other shit. And this is how I look at stuff. I have to look at shit like this to get through. Now, if I can reason through that shit and then get to the point where I'm like, okay, we can do this. That means I done tried to filter out as much bullshit as I can within reason. So by the time I get into it and doing the do, ain't nothing gonna surprise me. If some shit happened, it was something I was already expecting. You know, and I'm not concerned with nobody coming up to me with their Christian values or their Muslim values or I don't know what Jewish values or those values or any other goddamn values from all over the goddamn planet trying to influence you on how your relationship with whoever you choose to spend your time with should fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Because the norm is changing. Everything, like I said, people keep bringing the Bible out their ass, man. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. People don't live like that no more. If you want to go out, live in a straw hut or a clay house in the middle of somewhere, and go back to living in those type of times where a lot of that shit was necessary, where you had marriages and stuff arranged between clans to keep peace, and all this other kind of shit that was going on back in the way back when days. Yeah, you want to go back to that? You know, you want to go way back then to where you was married off. You wasn't choosing who the fuck you was married to. You know what I'm saying? You choose who you was married to. If your ass was poor and didn't nobody else want you, you know, it didn't fucking matter. And then even then, it was a marriage of like I'm describing. It's between y'all. This is my wife. This is my husband. That's all the fuck you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. Because, like I said, you get the government involved in your shit. They gonna be involved in your shit anyhow. Because it's just like when I had my friend living here. I let my friend stay in the fucking back room back there. She was acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? She was having some funny ass reaction to some medication she was taking, acting a goddamn fool and shit. And I was about to have, you know, it got to the point where I was like, okay, I gotta get this bitch up out of here. I couldn't even put her out the house. You know why? Because at a certain point, she had been here so long, they considered us common law. So the government just said y'all married. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting somebody sleep in my house because they ain't got nowhere else to go, really. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all married. You know, this broad, you know, this broad on some, well, I ain't gonna say she was on some dope, but, you know, she on medication that ain't good. She quit taking that medication, but she, you know, just, nigga, I gotta sleep with my one eye open and all kind of shit because I was, you know, I got my bedroom, she had the bedroom in the back. You know, motherfucker, I might wake up with a goddamn knife in my throat, shit. I might even have time to wake up. You know, I get stabbed in my fucking sleep. I can't kick her out of my house. Why? She been staying here too long. Y'all consider the common law. What? You know, and that's like what I said, you know, and that's an extension of what I said. Just imagine if we was married for real. And it's like that, you know, this is just somebody I was doing a favor, had to let them sit here and get themselves on their feet. You know, they start showing some crazy shit. I need to get them out the house. I can't get them out the house with a crazy motherfucker. I can't get a crazy motherfucker out of my house because we consider common law. I can't even evict the bitch. I can't even, you know, sue the broad. You know, if I wanted to get out, that means literally if you're going to evict somebody, it's a fucking lawsuit. You have to sue them to get them out. That's just some simple shit by letting somebody sleep in your house because they need somewhere to fucking stay. Just imagine if you just married to a whole motherfucker trying to settle that shit. Nah. You got to go through that shit mandatorily. Now, I ain't have to deal with it because she ended just, well, it was a while before she moved out, but she ended up moving out. You know what I'm saying? But shit, just think about that. That's the same shit you got to deal with. You know, I got to sue a motherfucker. That's why you keep motherfuckers out your goddamn business. You don't need the government involved in it because they're going to be involved in the shit some kind of goddamn way. That's why they always like, yeah, what's your total household, this, that, and the other. That's why you can't be letting people use your address and all kind of other shit because your tax numbers be all the fuck off because they using your address, you know, on their jobs and all kind of other shit and just nah. And that shit is irritating on its own. That's not even up to the level of being married to a motherfucker. That's just letting the motherfucker stay in your house for an extended period of time. Get around that shit. Lease agreement. You gotta write up a lease. You gotta write up a lease agreement. Okay, I'm renting out the goddamn back room. Now I gotta, you know, have some kind of contract written up to where she's paying for that room a little bit of money per month or some kind of service or something to stay back there. You gotta write that shit up just to keep the government out your goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? Just multiply that shit. Just multiply that aggravation, and then boom, there go your marriage shit right there. Who the fuck want to deal with that? I don't. You know, I don't. It's just like right now. At this point in history, at the current time, I have a house, I got a lot next to me, and I got a vehicle out there, and all this other shit. If I meet somebody, motherfuckers want to move in together? No, motherfucker. We don't need to move in together. We don't need to live with each other. You know what I'm saying? At least not officially, we don't. It's just one of the things where if I'm at your house, I need to have my own shit, or you need to have your own shit. You gotta cover your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? You need to cover your fucking ass. And you can if you get married, but all that shit gotta be written out. You gotta have lawyers and all that other shit. Just make sure, okay, all this is my shit, all my assets over here, bloom. All your shit is over there, bloom. We get married, you have to, you gotta make sure that whatever you got while you married stay yours. You can write whatever kind of goddamn arrangement you want. As long as it's in the contract, it's just okay. And then the shit that y'all get together is y'all's. You don't need a motherfucker get married and then take a house from you that you fucking owned before y'all even fucking met or some shit like that. Now your ass is sleeping in the car, even if you get that. Or vice versa. No. Fucking no. You want to know how a man get to 50 years old without a wife or thinking like I do? You know, it take a while to start thinking like I do, because a lot of times you ain't gonna even get close to having nothing if you thinking like this shit as a 20-year-old or some shit like that, you know. But because I mean, if you thinking like this as a 20-year-old, you are, I would say, mature beyond your age, but at that point your ass is just paranoid. You can get in your late 40s and be like this. It's justified. You know what I'm saying? It's earned. You know, you shouldn't be like this in your 20s. In your 20s, you should be carefree and all this other shit. In your 30s, you should be like, hey, wait a minute, this ain't right. There's something ain't right about this. Let me go see what the fuck is going on. And then, you know, that type of shit. You meet a motherfucker like me in your 20s, oh my goodness. You are a turn the fuck off. I would be a turn off. I'd turn myself off if I met a motherfucker like me in my 20s. That don't really make sense. I wouldn't meet me. I'm not a female. If I met a woman like me in my 20s, I'd probably be awesome. I'm steady getting alerts. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I got that little bit out. That's all I had to say on that subject right there. Every once in a while, I think, since I can't get nobody to suggest, I can't get anybody to suggest anything. I've tried that shit on Facebook and other shit where I get people to suggest topics and shit like that. And that's why they say, if you ever try to open a business or some shit like that, don't go to your friends and family. Nope, no friends and family. Go sell to the general goddamn public. You know what I'm saying? I can't get motherfuckers to even suggest the goddamn topic for me to record a video on. So no. Nope, I ain't gonna even deal with that. I'm going another way. So yeah. When I go through the groups every once in a while on Facebook, because I be scrolling through that shit all goddamn day for that, just to see what the fuck is going on there. And if something piqued my interest that I could talk about for 10, 15 minutes, which I'm pretty sure I've already passed, I'll do that. And that's just so I can keep some content going through here and keep my, I would say keep my video making skills up, but only thing I do is pull up an app on my phone, add 3 videos, and export the shit. It's easy as hell. I stopped adding music. I just put music on my computer. You can add music on the app, but I save that shit for the my special event videos where I get the good intro and add the music from the app and shit on there, so it be popping. Put some effects on it. It'd be nice. But anyway, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.